and Michigan's location in the middle of the Great Lakes, the Basin, played a role in shaping your career, shaping your work, and you know, pushing you forward in your career.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know, there's an interesting relationship between water and energy. Of course, a lot of water is used for cooling power plants. I mean, you see a nuclear power plant, you see those huge cooling towers.
Yep.
The one area throughout kind of my career that I was involved with is a lot of electricity is used for pumping water, for treating water, and then for basically cleaning up wastewater.
Okay.
And so, you know, if you look at a local government energy bill, boy, that slice that is used for water treatment and wastewater is very big, and there's a lot of potential to save money. And then, you know, if you take it down to your individual house, you know, if you have a better shower head, you know, you can reduce your water use, and that kind of just cascades back to that municipal plant where they had to pump the water and treat it. Now, a whole different area recently too is during the past couple of years, the state has been looking into whether we should have wind turbines in the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of issues related to that, you know, impacts on fish and birds and the landscape. So there's been a Great Lakes Wind Council that has looked at all these issues and made some recommendations, because we need some new permitting and licensing policies. The state is responsible for the Great Lakes. They kind of hold them in trust for all of us. We own 40% of the Great Lakes, and so the state manages that, and there's tremendous wind potential out there. The winds are stronger and more consistent, but like anything, if we're going to use that resource, we have to do it in a responsible way. So yeah, we're thinking of using the water, and of course we use electricity for treating the water. There's lots of connections.
Okay. How does it affect? How do those connections affect someone like me, like the consumer? You know, there's a lot of stuff going on around us, and we live our day-to-day lives, but we don't realize how integrated we are into the basin and how reliant we are on it. So what are kind of those little specifics?
Yeah, no, that's a good point, you know, and it relates to, you know, our energy use and our water use. You know, we're all busy, you know, and it's a lot of times it's people don't really understand what it takes in order to get water to the tap, or what it takes to get electricity. You flip on the switch. Everybody wants clean water. They want to kind of enjoy the Great Lakes. But yeah, there needs to be a lot of education done, just so people understand and can make informed decisions, because the wind turbines in the Great Lakes is a good example. That's kind of a major public policy decision, and all the stakeholders and the general public need to kind of get somewhat informed about why would we do this? Is there a need? You know, if we're going to do it, how are we going to do it in a responsible way?
Is it really going to benefit our lives? You know, is there a benefit to it? Period. In this sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think conserving water and energy is important?
Well, you know, there's multiple reasons actually, and some of them we kind of talked a little about. When I first started in this kind of area, national security was the issue. We've got too much oil from the Middle East. And those issues haven't gone away. We still have too much imported oil, and there's a number of environmental issues. You know, climate change is one, but even if there's some people that are skeptical about that, we've got problems with mercury that comes out of coal power plants, which impacts fish and kind of all of us. And then, like we've been talking a little too, there's economic reasons why we need to be involved in these things. So it's interesting, because you're in your home and you're turning on your water, you're flipping the electric switch. What is decided, by private businesses and government will kind of impact whether we use those resources efficiently. Do we keep them clean? Do we use clean renewable resources? And it's like I said, people are busy, and So, and some of these things get kind of complicated to sort out, but these are important. Energy is so critical to all of us. We do need to have, all of us, I think, a little better understanding of what the issues are.